Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another gaming chat for the Walking Dead Survivors here on the Lacey Nike channel. I am, as always, your host, AR the Patriot, and for today's episode, we're going to discuss the BS compensation that was recently given out as a means to supposedly make up for the fact that they were basically failing us as a game thing here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll grab two different screenshots here, which I'm pretty sure that they have not given out anything yet for the actual thing, because it's not supposed to happen for another day or so is what it is or something. So, or it should be sometime tomorrow, where they'll actually compensate people who are halfway in between one thing is what it is here, but they still have yet to give out the Ruby Rush stuff yet, but they did give out a second set of compensation here, which is basically more or less just a bunch of BS compensation. And the other one is it was for the knife challenge that happened recently here, because apparently at some point between last night and this morning, whenever they did their overall thing for the maintenance update, which was basically updating a bunch of stuff in there, which actually they did do quite a lot of interesting stuff actually with this whole thing, because they brought back chapter tasks for the thing, and it basically gives you all the way up to, I think it's like a couple thousand things. Here's what it is then, and then it of course gives you, I think it's like 10,000 overall or something like that, which is actually pretty good. So I do appreciate that, obviously, because that was just some random stuff I wasn't expecting to get at all. But yeah, to sit here and basically fuck me out of the ability to go and do my knife challenge stuff because you said there was like a glitch in the system or whatever, where you said everybody's stuff or whatever there. And then to not even bring it back at all because you're like, oh, well, it's less than a day away from being done. It's like, that doesn't mean anything, dude. It's just stupid. Like, no, bring it back up for a couple more days or something then, dog. For real. But yeah, this is basically what was given to us here today. It said, Dear Survivor, after the February 20th update, we found that the knife challenge and Ruby Rush were closed abnormally. We are deeply sorry for this. I was actually wondering, because I hadn't seen this until after I was looking at the stuff, because I was like, wait a minute, why the hell did they reset Ruby Rush? And then I realized it was because of this whole thing, because it was closed down or whatever the case be. Yeah, so knife challenge is scheduled to end at reset on February 20th, which will be here in about 40 minutes or so. Actually about 35-ish minutes. So with less than 1 day remaining this time the event will end early and will not open again. To make up for the loss, attached to this email is the compensation for you. Thank you for your understanding and support. And I said, Ruby Rush, the event has now been reopened. You can re-enter the event and claim the corresponding rewards affected by the abnormal closure. Process has been reset to make up for your loss. We will issue the next tier rewards based on the following criteria. So if the amount of rubies you previously spent is more than 25% away from the amount required for the next tier, you can obtain the next tier rewards. For example, if you claim 2,000 rewards and you have consumed about 2,750 or less than 5,000 rubies, you will receive 5,000 rupee reward. It takes 3,000 rubies to reach the next tier, and it's 25%, 750, etc., etc. So I'm not sure if they're going to actually give us the right rewards or not then, because I know for a fact I was pretty close. I was like 6K or something to 10K, and I know that's I think that's like 20%, give or take. So I don't know if they actually give me anything for that or not, but yeah. But anyway, so basically what they ended up giving us a compensation, though, for this knife event was this right here, which was 500 rubies, 100 any speed ups, 100 minutes of any speed ups, 15 hours of any speed ups, a 7-day knife thing, and then 10 tickets. So really it should have been double that, because, and the reason I say it obviously is because there was at least one account that I had that had 20 tickets in it already that I was about to finish up today is what it was, and never got a chance to do that because it closed out or whatever then. So essentially what they did was they fucked me out of the ability to get 100 fragments today to up my Morgan to another level, with this, and then they're gonna sit there and try and be like, oh well, here's 10 tickets and half the fucking time you would have gotten otherwise in minute speed ups. It's like, nah, bitch, give me the ability to get my fucking shit too. Fuck you. So, yeah. But yeah, I was talking about compensation for the Ruby thing is expected to be issued before February 21st then, so they have like another day basically what it is right now. So, yeah, bunch of bullshit is what it is, dude, entirely. So I don't know if I'll actually get anything or not there, because like I said, I know it was like 6 or 7, I think it was like 6K away or something, like 6 of 10 or whatever, and then there was another one where it was like a couple thousand or whatever, so I don't know if I'll actually get anything at all then, because it goes all around 5K or so. So, but yeah, it's irritating though either way. And it really is a bunch of shit, dude, entirely, because it's like, it would have been nice to be able to get the fragments, honestly. Now, that being said, I'm going to be able to get at some point here and after reset, and I'll be able to do the daily challenge stuff is what it is there. I'll be able to actually pop those and go to day 3 for the 30-day reward stuff is what it is there for the different level rewards and stuff. And I'll be able to get 20 fragments there for that, which is good because I think I was like 16 away right now from being able to obtain next level Morgan. That being said, I'm not sure if I can do that same thing in my main account or not. I know one of them is like that. I'm not sure what's the main or if it's the secondary account for the network account. So, but either way, I'll have at least one Morgan leveled up, and then I don't know if I'll have the other one or not though with that. But like I said, it just sucks, dude, because it's like when you're expecting something and they don't give it to you, and you're sitting there trying to get whatever, then it's basically being fucked over is what it is, dude. And it basically goes back to the whole Jinja Squarehead, You got to be Jinja Squarehead. I actually made this last night when NEA and them were doing, we're shit talking gingers and stuff like that. So, and yeah, I figured it would be just funny to pull this out tonight on Honda's chat, what it'll be later. So I'll do that later as what it is then. And I'll do a whole name change and everything like that too. But anyway, yeah, that being said, though, it's a bunch of shit, dude. It's kind of like California politics, infesting other states, really, is what it is, And it legitimately is them trying to fuck us over and then be like, oh, well, to make up for it, like, here's some stuff. And it's like, you're going to bring back the knife challenge soon, though, right? Like, right. And that's the thing that pisses me off, though, because I remember when I first started this game, almost 2 years ago now, it like, or was it 2 years ago now? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it would have been about 2 years now, because it would have been that July of 2022. So yeah, it's a little over a year and a half actually now. But anyway, so yeah, I remember when I first started this game though, it was they would give you like a week in those knife challenges or any of those events like that. Now it's like 3 days basically. And I understand they got more stuff, back to back to back, and they want to do like, half a week for this, half a week for that. But there's some of those events like that should be a full week, or even in the case of Ruby Rush, like Ruby Rush should be an entire month, honestly. And if you max out, you max out. If you don't max out, you don't max out, whatever the case be, But then it would still allow you to have like the ability to consume and stuff like that. And meanwhile, you got, like if there's a bingo coming up, right? Like I'm gonna sit there and spend like 5K for the fucking bingo cards and stuff. So it's like you should totally have a Ruby Rush in place at that point for that, dude, during a month time period or whatever. Or like I said with the knife challenge, because if you're spending like, the 5,000 for 10 tickets there, it's the whole thing there too as well. So anyway, it's a bunch of BS all the way around, dude. So not sure if my cousin's here or not. He was supposed to call me earlier, and I don't know if he ever did or not. I don't think he did though. Or if he did, nothing came through is what it is. So I know it's getting pretty dark out right now. I'm gonna have to turn on the backlight actually and see if that'll do anything or whatever. So anyway, but yeah, it's a bunch of shit though, right? Like you basically give me BS compensation for something when I could have had like way more than that. And I'll tell you what, if I was the people that were paying to win and stuff, that had like 50 or 100 tickets and stuff from just like paying real cash and shit, I'd be fucking pissed right now if I was them, dude, at this game, because you were like didn't get a chance to spend them already yet or whatever the case be, and you're just like, well, hey motherfucker, I just bought this shit, like what the hell, and now you're giving me this fucking 15 hours of compensation when I could have got like 10,000 hours of compensation or something, or 10,000 minutes of compensation or whatever through the actual event itself, or whatever the case be there. So, yeah. Because like I said, really, really it pisses me off because it's like they're giving me under a day of compensation when in reality, if I'd been able to get all those tickets used up in that one account, it would have been like a day and a half. It would have been like 35-ish hours, give or take. So almost a day and a half then. Like 35 and a half hours, something like that is what it would have been then. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. I mean, that being said, knowing that I now have like 30 tickets just hanging out now or whatever the case be, like, that'll be nice for the future because then it'll be, not that I'm going to try to compete in any future knife events or whatever the case be, because usually it's all the people that are paying to win anyway. They'll have you'll use your 30 saved up tickets or whatever the case be, and then meanwhile they'll just buy like 100 or whatever the case is there, and just screw you out top anyway. So it's like doesn't even matter, dude. So yeah, my whole thing is like I don't really care, honestly. I'd rather just sit there and do what needed to be done and get stuff done than is what it is, and be able to move on with my life than is what it is then. But yeah, all I really care about is using the stuff up to get fragments is what it is there. I think that's what most people do, honestly, because most of us that are smart, we don't even bother going past the first tier anymore. We just go first tier always, because it costs you one tick at a time, and you're guaranteed to get 5 dudes. If you go to the second tier, it still costs you actually costs you double that. It costs you 2 tickets, and you're still only getting 5 dudes. And it's not until like tier 3, tier 4 that you're actually getting higher than that. So it's not worth it. It's easiest to just go to the first one, get your stuff, go from there, get your 100 minutes of speed ups for each set, your 5 tickets, and move on. So and just keep doing that, X number of times, and then hopefully at some point then you can actually get enough to, level out a dude or whatever the case be then, which, like I said, I think my thing going forward now is almost all of my guys are high enough to where unless I can get like one like really, really close, like 60, 70 or something like that on its own, I think I'm just going to go for like Morgan and like Rick and them then for the foreseeable future. I think specifically I'm going to go for Morgan to level him out now in all the accounts, mostly because Rescue Rick always comes up, and you can get, like I said, a whole bunch of tickets off of that now. And then you can basically, I think it's almost 100 off that or something like that, or pretty damn close to whatever the case be with everything. So yeah, you can basically almost level him up off one set then of just Rescue Rick events if you get all the way through 90 dudes then done. So, but anyway, what was I going to say then? Yeah, jumping over to Discord though, I do want to discuss a couple things. Here's what it is though for the whole thing. I think it's funny. People are all like, "Oh, we're being attacked now." It's like, okay, cool. I still have a shield up for like another 5 hours, motherfucker. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm actually thinking about using this Abraham one in the future too, by the way, as a possible screenshot thing or whatever the case be then, because it looks pretty badass. This is the one they put up yesterday of Abraham and Glenn shooting. I do like that artwork quite a bit, actually, especially Abraham's. The only problem I have with this though is the way that they have Abraham's gun there, because obviously this is an AR or M16 or whatever the case be, M4, whatever you want to call it there. Depends if it's full auto or not, obviously, and if it's military grade or not. So he has a fucking forward grip there that's all weirdly shaped and shit, but yet his hand is on the handguard and not on the forward grip. So it seems kind of pointless to have the forward grip there at all is what it is. But yeah, basically, what was given out, this is what made this from yesterday is what it was, into this morning, which was the first thing they did was they optimized the clearing mechanism for rise of tensions. Tank shells and hammers. That hammers and tank shells are obtained no longer are cleared at reset. You may keep them at any time to use them when appropriate. This is actually going to fuck up a lot of people's plans, actually, because it used to be what you would have is you would have the tank shells and the hammers basically reset every time, so you were told, like, by the higher ups in the clan and coalitions and stuff like that, don't open your stuff until the last day so you can win this kind of thing. Now you're basically just have everybody sit on those. Then so it'll be till the last day, and everybody's going to be fighting each other. Then this is what's going to happen there, and it's going to be a big pain in the ass going forward, I think is what it'll be. So then we got number 2, optimized town hall name display. Can now choose to hide the town hall name, or simply the display of the town hall name is settings based on your personal preferences. Number 3, which I thought was interesting, this is actually going to be something cool. I haven't actually seen anything with this yet, but it said added Vengeful Governor, Ruthless Negan, and Call to Arms to White collection achievements. You can now raise hero stars to get more achievement rewards and achievement medals. So I'm actually going to go check that out right here in a minute and see if that's actually in there yet or not, which it should be, and see exactly what that process is then, because I thought usually it should have been something where it was like level 1, level 2, level 3, etc. there. And the fact that I have at least one of those dudes at like a level 2 already, and I haven't gotten anything, is kind of suspicious is what it is. So I'm going to go check that here momentarily and see if it does something where it's like level 3 maybe is the beginning stage or something for it or something like that, if that'd be the case. So let me go see achievements here. Let's see collectibles. Okay, so we got Town Hall, skins, Elite level 12, obtain Ezekiel, obtain 3 dogs, obtain multiple pieces of legendary equipment. Then we got Pamela, Governor, and Negan, so it's not in there, obviously. So let's see if there's any of the other places now. Let's see development. Nope, not in there. Next development I have is at 800 days, and I'm currently 594 right now, so I'm 206 away right now. So I'm also very close to obtaining 1 level 20 war cart, though, so that's cool. So then, of course, I'm never going to win Survival Challenge 5 times. I got 2 early on in this thing, and then it's never going to happen again. That's what it is. So that kind of sucks. So that's PvE. Let's see. Reach Legendary League of Duels. Haven't done that yet. Just over halfway to 10 million kills. Never been MVP of Survivors at War because I haven't actually played in that game. About a little over 3/5 of the way through the duels to get to 5K. Never been MVP of Lines We Cross because I'm not a pay to win. Probably never will be, actually. If we win 21 more times in Lines We Cross, I'll get another thing for the 50 mark. Let's see here. Haven't gotten kills in Survivors at War. Haven't won Survivors at War. Haven't won Restricted Zone because I've never played that, obviously. And then let's see here now. So we got Negan, Governor, Whispers, Dog Breeder, Golden Chest, Walker Killer, another dog skill, more cart weapon, bunch of other stuff. So, yep, still haven't gotten certain things, though. There's a bunch of new medals in here I haven't looked at, though. From various times here, from the last couple of days to the last couple of weeks, actually. That are all popping off as new. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing me Vengeful Negan or not Vengeful, yeah, Vengeful Governor or Ruthless Negan. Although it should be Vengeful Negan and Ruthless Governor, because that would make more sense. So, yeah, you would think they would just add them on the bottom, though, because it's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, you should have just added 9, 10, and 11 then. So that's weird that it didn't do that, obviously. So, very, very, very strange that it didn't actually do that stuff. So, anyway. But, yeah, that being said, though, we will keep going on here, though. So you got those supposedly going to happen at some point there is what it is. And then, let's see, number 4 here was starting with SX, which would be Season X or Season 10. Defeating Woodbury armies will now earn you Rick or Militia Rick fragment vouchers. Previously, it was just Rick fragment vouchers. So that's a big, actually, upgrade there, is getting Militia Rick fragments now out of that, because now, yeah, you might want to actually get Rick is what it is, but then there's also been so many Ricks now for the Epic and stuff until we would get to like 9 or 10 stars or whatever. I don't have the ability to actually up them any longer, though. From right now is what it is, though. I've already upped him to 8, and then there's nothing to beyond that with him right now is what it is. Just getting a bunch that aren't useful at all. Whereas being able to get Militia Rick fragments, oh yeah, buddy, those are definitely worthwhile there. And then we got number 5, optimize the recruit equipment and talent upgrade interface. It added equipment blueprint exchange button. In the equipment enhancement interface, you can directly use the equipment image fragment vouchers to exchange them without having to go back to the backpack. So after opening a talent interface, you can now automatically return to the position you were in. Number 6, which was equipment-themed World Exploration Event. I actually saw this already, and it's pretty cool, actually. It said added equipment-themed World Exploration Event for players who are level 12 or above. World Exploration Event. Precious metals is available, in which players can find equipment blueprints, steel pipe, and anvils. It's a chance to obtain. The higher the quality of the event, the higher the probability. I've actually seen this happen a couple times a day. I had one that was a legendary that guaranteed me an anvil pretty much. And then there was one that was a rare blue that I got an anvil out of too, if I'm not mistaken. So that was pretty cool. And they all gave me steel pipes and stuff like that too, for that matter. So yeah, that one was pretty badass actually. And then it also said optimize the rewards for some world exploration events that consume stamina and increase the bullet and building material rewards. Number 7, optimize the game login interface. Now you can switch to other accounts directly on the login interface, making it easier for you to manage multiple game accounts. I've noticed this on the online thing here when I'm playing on my computer now. I have not noticed that at all with when you're playing on your phone, though, to even be a thing at all. So, then let's see. Number 8, we got optimized Whisperer event rewards. After entering Season 8 or above, the battle experience and development experience rewards for completing Whisperer event will be 1.5 times the original amount. So that's actually pretty good because that means you're getting more battle experience to upgrade your combat survivors, like your Militia Rick, etc. there. And development experience for stuff like Tyrese, Samantha, all your builders, all stuff like that. That's what it is there. And then we got number 9, battlefield optimizations. After points are reset for a new season. Rules for inheriting points will remain unchanged. However, the initial point is 0 by default. Must complete at least one game to correct the initial points. So matchmaking rules are now optimized. Matchmaking based on points only. Previously, matchmaking was based on combat power. So you can now receive additional points based on a winning streak. The above adjustments affect battleground tactics until the bitter end and replete either one of those because I think they're fucking stupid is what it is. And mostly, again, it goes back to them being pay to win events is what it is there. So not going to bother with that because there's much other stuff going on my play right now. So, but yeah, so basically the couple good things that came out of this really is the Whispers event going forward will be 1.5 times what it used to be for payout of battle experience, etc. there. And then the precious metals thing is pretty cool. Being able to get anvils that way is nice, obviously, for people like myself who aren't, win all the time and can't pay to win is what it is there. So we can actually get, legendary equipment then easier as it'll be then. And then obviously the Woodbury Army thing starting in a couple seasons will be fucking nice to get Militia Ricks then. Like I said, the Vengeful Governor, Rootless Sneak, and Called Arms to White collection of achievement things, if and when they show up, will be cool. And then the shells and tank things will be interesting going forward every season because, yeah, you'll probably just have people hold on to them was what it is then. Like they'll crack the ship, but they'll only use like 1 or 2 or whatever then to get some stuff. And then basically just hold on to everything else. Then that's what it'll be. So, but yeah, like I said, basically the ones that actually affect me personally that I actually like would be the Rick ones in the future, World Exploration right now, and then the development stuff later on. So it'll be then. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it wasn't a bad update, but it wasn't a great one either for that matter. And I think they could have definitely done better stuff, I guess is what I'd say here with this. Like there was no need to have like certain things there at all. And then you could have or if they're going to do all those updates like that and do it like 9, they should have like a 10th one or whatever the case be, and finally done a better version of I'm trying to think what I'm saying now. They should have optimized how you attack, actually. That would have been one I would have liked to see quite a bit, actually. There's actually a couple of things I would like to see. That would have been one of them, obviously. Because optimizing attack for specifically comms and for scamps is what's needed in this game really bad right now. Because you shouldn't have to sit there and keep clicking and clicking and clicking, whether it be you being on your phone and hitting with your finger, or whether it be you clicking a mouse on a computer, or whatever the case be, to click this shit a bunch of times. If they had a button that basically, whenever it would attack, it would just say attack with all formations, that would be perfect, honestly, dude. That's how they should optimize that shit entirely. And it would be so much better off with everything then. Because the problem right now is like I said, having to click like a bunch of times, it just eats up time. And there's some times where if you have multiple accounts like I do, and you're trying to do the same thing to help everybody else out or whatever there, it actually fucks you over because instead of being able to just hit one time and just be like attack with all formations, click done, it's like, no, you have to do it like 5 times. And then it's like, when you have like, 1,000 people attacking at once or whatever the case be, or it's not, obviously not that many, but it's several hundred anyway, most of those cases for comms and stuff. And you basically are hitting into other people's shit then, or in the same vein of things when people are at scamps and stuff, and they'll be fucking retarded and put their damn town hall like right next to the fucking scamp, like literally like one single fucking place next to it. So if it's like, 240 is the scamp location, it's like 241 is their dumbass fucking town then. And of course, when you have that close to it, your fucking mouse is going to, especially when you're trying to do like whatever there, whether it be, mouse or with your hand or whatever the case be, and you're trying to click on the damn scamp, and this fucking asshole's thing keeps popping up of like, oh, assist them instead. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to hit the fucking scamp, you jackass. Like, again, that's why that's needed, honestly, for the one note, basically, is what it is there. And if nothing else, like, you just have, like, if you don't have a full 5 formations, and you only have, like, 4.5 or whatever the case be, or 4 and, 2 dudes or whatever for the 5th one then, you can just remove those 2 dudes off that one for the 5th one or whatever, and then it would just attack with, like, 1 to 4 or whatever then. And it would make it way better off than is what it is, dude. So, then you can just have, like, vehicles go out, one after another is what it is, then starting with F1. So it'd be F1 goes out, F2 goes out, F3 goes out, F4 goes out. et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit, dude, entirely, and it fucking pisses me off they don't do that. Because it would basically optimize the shit into such an easy attack mode then that it would be so much better off for everybody is what it is. And the thing is, you don't have to do it for like the entirety of the thing. You can just do it for like specifically comms and scamps, dude. Where it would be like, it would essentially be a thing where it would be where the rally thing is. It would either be another button or it would be what takes over a rally, then is what it is. And it would just be like attack with all formations or attack with all available formations or something like that is what it is then. And you could just click that fucking button and it would just be like F1 goes out, a second later F2 goes out, a second later F3 goes out, a second later F4 goes out, a second later F5 goes out if you need it to go out then. So forth and so on. And it would make for much, much better deals is what it is then, man. But unfortunately, people are stupid and they don't bother doing stuff like the top of my shit is what it is. But yeah, what they will do is they'll fuck up their own algorithm or they'll fuck up their own code when they're writing code for these game updates and stuff like that. And then there's a quote unquote abnormality with events resetting themselves basically or going away entirely to be reset later. Then is what it is. And it's like, no, what really happened is you dumbasses didn't bother double checking your fucking code that you're writing into the damn thing. And some dumbass left out a fucking line of code or missed it a line of code entirely is what it was there. To where it's like, a couple ones and zeros here and there, or a couple zeros and ones here and there. Got, back and forth or whatever it was there. And then because of that jackass, you no longer have the ability to go over that way is what it is then, man. So, it is what it is. So, anyway. But, yeah, that being said, though, that's about it for today. I will be back later tonight on Honda's chat for the 2A Chaco Tuesday, or whatever he wants to call it now. I think he's going to try and call it something else or something in the future, he said. But yeah, we'll be back on that here in a few hours. What it is then, and I'm going to get something to eat real quick here before that happens because I want to make sure I've had dinner at this point. I'm not starving when I'm talking with them dudes or trying to eat when I'm talking with those guys or whatever tonight. So I'm going to try to get some food here in the next few minutes. What it is then, and then go from there. Basically, what it'll be. So anyway. It's been fun. It's been real. Like I said, the game is fun for the most part. It just, like I said, some of these updates they do on here are just dumb, is what it is. Like, it's just, it could be done smarter, is the best way to describe it, really. And unfortunately, they're not smart. Like, they don't think ahead to do it better like that, is what it is. Like, I'm not going to say they're not smart enough, but I think what it is really is that they want to fuck over people and force them to pay to win like crazy instead of just giving us, whatever then. Huh. That's it. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I guess I didn't realize that one. That's cool. So that selector thing that they have there, which for some reason seems to be in a different language than it should be here. Like it looks like it's in Spanish or something when it should be in English. But yeah, the login here, it's basically showing my 3 from the 1 thing. And then it's showing my other one for the other one then that I could jump to confirm. So that's cool. So anyway, it's probably my cousin calling me. Yes, it is. Okay. Hello. All right, that was my cousin calling me. He's going to be over a couple minutes to do some stuff. So, and I was going to end this anyway. So, like I said, it's a whole thing, man. It would be nice if, in fact, you had the ability for them to, do whatever. Here's what it is. But unfortunately, sometimes they don't do that stuff, and you end up in a situation where people just want to be assy about it. Is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, we'll be doing some things here shortly, and I'll be looking into some things here as well for different stuff, and essentially just going from there is what it is there. So anyway, and then we're gonna. I don't understand. Like, the one thing that pisses me off about the people that are leading the current secondary region here is what it is. The clan that I'm in that one is they're all a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. Because instead of like doing it smartly, like, oh, how about we set this thing for 5 minutes after the damn reset? It's like, no, let's set it right at fucking reset like a bunch of fucking retards. So yeah, it's just fucking dumbass retarded morons is what it is, man. So anyway. Oh god, I hate people sometimes. And by sometimes I mean all the time. So anyway. But yeah, that being said, I'll definitely get some hits in on this this upcoming deal. Here's what it is, and make some money. I took the first yesterday. Got 1,000 rubies on that one, so that was nice. Even if I take like 4 to 10, it'll be 400 then, and then 20 for the commendation stuff, and another 24k worth of clan points. That's cool. But anyway, so yeah, I'll do that here in a little bit, is what it is then. But anyway, anywho, that's what it for today, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good one, y'all, and check out E-Honda's stream later tonight in about 3-ish hours, give or take. So, bye.